Shabbat Shalom. This week we read the final two Torah portions of the fourth book of the Torah, the book of Bamidbar. I want to focus for a moment on the second of those two Torah portions. The Torah portion is called Masei. The first one is Matot, together they are Matot-Masei. The second of these Torah portions is long in and of itself, and much of it could, at face value, be characterized as boring, and maybe even unnecessary. I know. Who would ever use the words boring and unnecessary when it comes to the Torah? Least of all, your rabbi. Let me explain. The reality is that the majority of that Torah portion is simply a list of all the places that the children of Israel have been. In other words, they stand on the banks of the Jordan River, ready to enter this promised land of Canaan that they have been dreaming about, that they have been hearing about. But just as they're ready to go in, they stop for a moment to list all the places that they've been. Now, why do we do this? We always hold the idea that nothing is irrelevant in the Torah. No word, no subject, no series of lists is irrelevant. And in fact, when we think it's irrelevant, we're probably struggling to find the right meaning. So why do this? Why here? Why now? Well, the reality is, whenever we stand at an important moment in our lives, a seminal moment, if you will, a bar mitzvah, a wedding, even, God forbid, a funeral, on some level we stand there knowing that every moment that follows will be different, even if it's just slightly different, because of the experience that we're going through. And yet, we also know that we would never be prepared to face that if not for everything that's happened to us up until that point. The children of Israel desperately want to get into the land of Canaan, to their promised land. But before they can look ahead, they have to look back. They have to see what they've been through, what their ancestors have gone through, their successes, their failures. And it's their ability to look back and self-reflect and truly appreciate all of this that will ultimately be the greatest measure of their success in the promised land. And in many ways, we could say that about any human experience. Shabbat Shalom.